I am so out of it this morning. I knew for the past week that today was October 1st, and I was preparing to get myself ready to do this video. And this morning, my brain has not been firing on all cylinders. So, if this video is weird, I'm sorry. I will try my best. Hi, I'm Ashley. I run Ashley T Art. It's October 1st for me, not you. I'm sorry. I know I get these out at bad times. So we're gonna go over everything I made in September with crochet. I'm so out of it, my dude. I don't know. Um, yeah. So I don't have a ton to show you this month. Not for lack of trying. I have 11 total projects this month, which is a massive downgrade from the last 2 months, and I know that. Um, I may have decided to do one project that took up way too much of my time. I love it, but it did take up a good chunk of time. So we're gonna go through some of the stuff I made. Okay, so the way this is gonna work is the same as always. I'm going to show you my project. I'm going to tell you the pattern I used and or the pattern creator of said pattern. If I don't tell you a pattern creator, then it's me. It's me. All of these patterns will be linked in a document that is linked below in the description. So everything's marked as whether it's free or paid for or not. I'll tell you the yarn I used for the project, and I'll tell you how much time approximately it took me to finish that project. Cool? Cool. So, first thing I finished this month, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I make a whale pattern from Poggy's Place a lot. And I sort of got it in my head sometime late August, mid to late August, I want to say, that I was going to use it to make orcas. An orca. He's a little wonky. This is my first go at him. There are some things I would very obviously change about him now, but the base is Poggy's Place whale pattern. But it doesn't have it's just a basic whale. It doesn't have any mods or anything. The one that has two separate patterns might. I don't know. I have the 10-in-1 Frosty Friends pack, and so that one specifically does not have any mods in the pattern. But I really wanted to make an orca, so this is my orca friend. Yes, sir. I don't know if you can hear him on camera, but if you can hear my cat being absolutely pitiful behind the door, it's because he's not allowed in this office room, and he doesn't like it. So I promise, as pitiful as he sounds, he is not dying. He's just a big baby, okay? Anyway, orca. I wanted to make this originally not this big. I didn't want this big. I think I wanted Cozy Cub is what I wanted, but Michaels didn't have Cozy Cub in black or white the day I went. What they did have is black is the Demi Pearl in Moonless Night, and the white is Bernat Baby Blanket, just white. I don't remember what video I was watching from who, but I saw somebody question whether Baby Blanket and Demi Pearl would work well together, and I feel like they work fine together. I'm not the most experienced crocheter, we know this, so maybe I'm wrong. I also have extremely tight tension, so that might have something to do with how well they go together. I draw them so tight that they have no choice. He took me about an hour and a half, if not a little less. But that was me kind of figuring out where to put the, color changes, which, yes, I realize they're slanted, and figuring him out. There are some edits I would do, obviously, but for a first attempt, I love him. He also doesn't have any safety eyes, because, the safety eyes would go in the black right here. I figured it wasn't necessary, so he's an eyeless orca. On the 4th, did I say that one was on the 1st? The orca was on the 1st. On the 4th, I finished a pencil ear warmer again. You've seen these before if you've watched my other videos about crochet. It is what it is. We're gonna go through this one quick. This one took me about 3 hours. The black is Black Pound of Love. The wood is Linen, Crafter's Secret. The yellow is Yellow, I Love This Yarn. The gray is Gray Mix, Karen 1 Pound. And then the pink is Light Pink in some loops and threads, acrylic variant. It is what it is. An ear warmer. Does anyone else just make that sound at random if you have like ADHD? This is a Black Sheep Infinity scarf. You've seen this before. I did make this last month, the month before, I don't remember, but it is a very, I didn't realize how long this was. It is a very long infinity scarf. Could probably loop that a 3rd time, honestly. This one took me just under 5 hours. This is made using Buttercream Luxe Craft Rainbow Boucle. Oh my lord, untangle! My god! Please! Technical difficulties, one moment. Multiple moments later.
A few moments later.
Several days later.
Several days later.
Buttercream Luxe Craft Rainbow Boucle in the colorway Koala. Pretty sure it's discontinued. Sorry. I have another skein of yarn that's not this exactly, but is pretty dang close. I will not be touching that for a while. So I did that one on the 6th. On the 9th, I got a bug up my butt and said, let's go through my yarn. Let's find out what I haven't used and let's use it. So I made a beanie. A beanie. This is Hue and... I hear you, Jasper. I do. I know. I'm horrible. This is Hue and Me in the color Terra. I got this just before Joanne shut down. I got 2 skeins of it. I was going to use it for my floor length skirt. Frog that entire project, so I just have had it sitting there. I was going to make chickens with it. Decided I'm not going to get to that anytime soon. So I made this. I still have it. The top is a little... It fits, like it beanies, but the top is not my best. I really need to stop trying to make panel beanies. They do not work out for me. They do not. This took me just under 6 hours. I know. I hear you. Okay. Yeah. 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 Can you really not survive that long without me? Can we go away now? Can we go away while I'm filming? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Come on. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. No. This is exactly the tactic he used to get adopted. Just gonna let you know. He knows he's cute, and he uses it to his advantage. Yeah, you do. I'm gonna keep filming. Again, I'm sorry if he bothers you throughout the video. There is no stopping Jasper once he decides he wants something. No! This project is the one project that took up all of my time this month. It took me forever. This is a shawl. A shawl. A shawl. This is the fitted prayer shawl. I'll maybe try and take some pictures at some point. For now, you're just gonna have to suffer with my Fire Nation shirt underneath it. Yes, I know, it's not fashionably correct. So, shawl. This, nope, this one? This was the original little, it's a little leaf that I pulled from a necklace, so it's a little bead really, that I put onto the thread and then looped it into the collar, hoping that this little loop would, wrap around it and you could have a little closed shawl moment. Unfortunately, as you just saw, it does not like to stay hooked onto the other one. Oh, well, now it's doing it. What? Anyway, so I put a second leaf on there to hopefully help that issue. It doesn't. I have to go in and sew this little loop a bit more closed. But otherwise, this lady's done. She's so pretty. I do love her for as long as she took. And this yarn was an absolute dream to work with. Oh my god. What I would give for a blanket made of this, which I can do. I'm probably not gonna. This is a shawl. Yes, we know that. Way to go, me. This is the fitted prayer shawl, is what I meant to say. I don't have the name of the pattern creator, but the pattern is on Ravelry, which links to her blog. But I love this pattern. This is a Karen Cloud cake, perfect phasing, in the color Night Watch, which sounds so dramatic. Night Watch. This took me 12 and a half hours. 12 and a half hours. And I meant to use 2 skeins, but by the time I finished the first skein, I decided this was fine enough. Also, I want to make one that's the reverse, where it starts out light and goes dark as it goes down. So we're going to do that next time. But yeah, so this took me 12 and a half hours over the course of, it took me about 3 to 4 days. It felt like it took way longer than that. This next project, I do not have a picture of, nor do I have it with me. My great aunt has some family visiting, and the little girl, she, I guess, has been really into wanting to learn how to crochet lately and has been really into capybaras. So my great aunt asked me to make her a capybara. I did. I tried to follow a pattern. I didn't like the pattern. I tried to find other patterns. None of them looked how I wanted. So I kind of freehanded it. It took me a while. I used Premier Just Chenille and Cocoa and Cacao for the colors. It took me maybe an hour. Actually, it probably took me around 2 hours for how many times I got frustrated and frogged and restarted. But the actual one took me about an hour. Again, don't have a picture or anything. I'm sorry. I finished that on the 19th. Then I decided to use up some yarn that I bought real cheap, secondhand. Didn't really have any plans for it. I was going to make beanies and stuff out of all of them. So I decided to empty out my stash and use some, right? I took one color, and because I have such an issue with making beanies that are either too small or too large, I decided to try and do it from the bottom up to account for the head circumference first and then work that way. It didn't 100% work out for me. It kind of worked out for me. It didn't 100% work out for me. So he's a long pointy boy. I made an elf beanie, as it were. because I decided I didn't want to follow a pattern for this. I could do this all on my own. For better or worse, that is the decision I made. So I started by making the ribbing, and then I just crocheted all the way around in the spaces and then went my way up. Now, the issue with this beanie, as you could probably already guess, is how long and pointy it is. That is because I thought I was so smart doing my decreases as a decrease and then a single row and then a decrease and then a single row. I thought I was so smart doing that. And this is where we ended up. So I will not be making that mistake twice. However, I figure it's not the worst thing. Now it just, looks like a pointy elf hat. Do you see the vision? It is a pointy elf beanie. That's what we're going with. That's how I'm, saving this project, is by rationalizing it as a pointy elf beanie, as it was always meant to be. Always. Red Heart Gumdrop in the colorway Cherry. This specifically took about a skein and a half, just under 2 skeins. Probably on account of, the messed up decreasing. This took me just over 10 hours. Can you tell I kind of overexerted myself time-wise this month on projects? So, anyway, I probably will be doing a bottom-up beanie again, but obviously I will probably not make it a pointy elf beanie next time. Unless y'all like it, let me know. The pointy elf beanie I finished on the 21st. Cool? Cool. Then, deciding to clean out my stash of stuff that I have no clue what I was going to use for, I decided to go in and use an entire skein of Premier Puzzle Crossword to make an infinity scarf. But this time in brown and in a texture that I don't absolutely loathe. Infinity scarf. Infinity scarf. So, 250 chains to start, single crochet back down the row, link it, and then I just did a V-stitch, which I learned to do by following Passionate Kelsey's tutorial. So if you want to learn how to do that, that's where I learned how to do that. This took me just under 5 hours. On the 25th, I did a market bag, which I think is more like a beach collection bag. He's tall. He's very tall. So in my last video, I said I was down to 1 bag worth of Karen yarn. That was a lie, but it was unintentionally a lie. I forgot about this skein entirely. So I dug this out, and I made a bag with it. Instead of doing half double crochets, which is what I usually do, I did double crochets so I could fill it faster. And I like that. I like that a lot better. However, in trying to figure out my own pattern and the measurements, I did 15 single crochet increase, 15 single crochet increase around this last edge. And then I doubled that for the mesh, so I did 30 rows of mesh and then the border. Will not be doing that. That measurement obviously makes too tall of a bag. This really is just a bring your beach towels type bag. So, will not be doing that measurement again, but it can be used for something. So, there's that. I finished that on the 25th. This is a Karen Cotton Cake in the colorway Peach Blossom. This took me literally just under 8 hours to finish. Then, in trying to go through my yarn and clear out my stash, I had this one skein of purple variegated. It's Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek in Perp Gry. The colorway is literally Perp/GRY. Perp Gry. And I don't have enough of it to do anything substantial. I bought it secondhand. But in watching Pieces of Scrap, I think, one of her free pattern roundups, I saw this little guy. Focus, 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 Focus on the child. It's not focusing on the child. I think this pattern is all from Jade. And he's supposed to have a little head frill. I tried that. It made him look weird. So this is my little friend. And I love him. Do you see how absolutely minuscule he is? He is so tiny. I love him to death. He also can be friends with my other little purple octopus. Octopus and squid. How cute, okay? He's just so, oh. This absolutely destroyed my hands. Because it is a teeny tiny, it's, you know, acrylic. So making amigurumi in acrylic hurts my hands. But he's so cute. It's so worth it. Oh my gosh. Took me just over an hour. And then on the 29th, I did another market bag. From the brown down is Peach Blossom in that same Karen cake. This is a Karen cake probably in fresh baked bread. I can't believe I said that on the first go this time. Go me. Or beach glass. I don't know. I harvested it and then set it aside. Did not label it. Don't know which one it is. But it's one of those. This one I did 14. So instead of 15, I did 14. And then I did measurement and a half. So 14 plus half of 14 is 7, so 21. So I did 21 rows of mesh and then the border. I feel like that's a much better size. Yes? Yes. This one took me 6 hours. And that's what I got for you. This video is going to be very short by the time I edit it down. Past all my rambling. It is what it is. That's all I got. That was a total of 11 projects this month, which averages out to some amount per day. Not a lot. Not a lot. I know. It's not a lot. So anyway, that's everything I made this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. No, love me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it staved off some boredom. Thank you for watching. If you want to, you know, see more of me, here's a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Here is my playlist of crochet makes. You can go watch that. And now, I'm going to say goodbye. And so is my Jasper. Say goodbye, Jasper. Goodbye, Jasper.